they were talking to the hostess there, and they're like, hey, like where's a good place to go out? And they were like, oh my God, I can't wait to go to Suck Bang Blow later.
How we doing, everybody? Welcome back to the B Team. We got another episode here for you. Mike's over there, fresh out of a trip from Myrtle Beach where he got banged up left, right, and center by Blow.
Got sucked, banged, and blowed.
Yeah, craziness. Great. Listen, SBB, best place in Myrtle Beach. That was well done, I think.
That was good.
Yep. So, good trip.
Yeah, it was a good trip. It was a bachelor party, my first ever. I don't even know. There was only 5 of us, so we flew in Thursday. Thursday, we hung out at the beach. We had a penthouse, which was really nice.
Okay.
But it was cheap, really cheap. You go somewhere and you kind of like Myrtle Beach. There are a couple places that you go to a lot because it's so convenient. Like there was a bar and a food spot called Bums, really close to us, maybe like 5 blocks down. We'd pregame there. We'd eat there at times. Like that was like our spot, and then a street across. All your seafood spots. We would like flip flop each night. Like, hey, let's go here this night. Next night, let's go over there across the street. So we were pretty much just hovering around that area, hitting the beach a lot. And then we would go to Suck Bang Blow, which was wild. Like for people who are from the Valley that listen to this podcast,
what place in the Valley is it like?
What place?
Sure.
I mean, I would say it is a Northampton music fest with bikes just revving like no tomorrow. It was actually...
That's such an insult to Northampton.
Bro,
I agree with you, though.
You go... So the first night they went... I wasn't there the first night. The second night I went with them. And they were like, bro, you have no... Like, you've never seen anything like this. You will never... Like, you'll be in awe. You'll be speechless. I'm like, all right, great. I can't wait. Hype me up all day. We were supposed to go fishing. That was like the main thing. That fell through. So... This place is like 30 minutes away. Let me backtrack a little bit.
SBB is.
SBB.
You traveled 30 minutes for this place? For a place called Suck Bang Blow.
Let me backtrack a little bit. So I was at the room. There was something, we were eating a lot of seafood. I've never really done that. And I felt really off. Besides the point, my brother and my cousin Vincent, who was getting married, they were talking to the hostess there. And they're like, hey, where's a good place to go out? And they were like, oh my God, I can't wait to go to Suck Bang Blow later. Like they could not wait to go to this spot. According to them, they were like they levitated out of their body because of how excited they were like to go to this place. So my brother's like, all right, we're going to Suck Bang Blow. Like that's if she's gonna act like that, we're going to this place. I swear to God, no exaggeration. That's how this hostess was like. Oh my God, like I can't wait to go. Like if someone ever gives you that reaction, are you going to that place? You have to. If someone's like, yo, I have to go to Suck Bang Blow.
I have to be honest with you. If someone had that reaction,
I'm going
to a place called Suck Bang Blow. I do question if I should go there.
No, you go.
But you go at least once to just feel it out. But no, that's going to backtrack on us. I'm not going to say that. I will be clipping what you just did. I mean, that's going to be
I'll send it to my brother. He will... I can't wait to go to Suck Bang Blow. I'm going to send that to him and my cousins, and it's going to be hilarious. But wait, hold on. Let me finish.
Right, how'd you play golf?
I shot 100 on the dot. I did all right, dude.
Where'd you play?
So we played at Pine Lakes, probably about like 10 to 15 minutes north of where we were staying, so a little bit more inland. There was a lot of water on the holes, but they weren't like in play. Like, you know what I mean? Like you could kind of swing freely. There was a couple where, you had to be a little bit selective.
So how many did you put in the water?
Only 2. And the one was like right on the edge, but like, I just didn't want to grab it. I was like, I don't want a gator snapping my arm off. I'm good on it. The first hole, drove it right down the middle. I took a 9-iron and pulled the crap out, like smoked this 9-iron, and it went in the water. But the front 9, I think I shot like a 48, I think.
That's not bad. Remember what we were saying? We just got to get you to 50 and under. Every 9 just has to be 50 and under.
Yeah, it was like 48 or 49, and then the back 9, I think by hole 13, it was hot, bro. Like we were sweating our asses off. And I think we were just so ready to, like, I wanted to play. And then there was just a point where I was like, whew, like it's getting there. Like it probably had to be 90 plus degrees at one point. It was bad. But I mean, I thought I played well. Dude, did I tell you this? We rented clubs and they gave us like a QI10 like club set. So not only was I getting the QI10 driver, I was getting the TaylorMade, 4 to 9 irons. I was getting a 3 wood, 3 hybrid, 4 wood, 5 wood. I had a spider putter with the juiced up grip. So for shooting 100, like actually shooting 100, adding the strokes and all of that. I think the worst part of it was putting. I couldn't putt. I was smoking the ball, kind of hitting, like I couldn't find the perfect amount of speed.
That doesn't surprise me though, because you were using a spider, which probably had weights in it at the bottom. It's a big head. It's like my putter, and then you had a thick grip. Like your putter is
the complete opposite.
Like you have a blade putter that is basically a brick on the end of a twig. There's no bounce to it. So
it was really nice.
So when you swing that one though, you're probably nuking the ball. You're degreening yourself probably 30% of the time. It
honestly, like the putter itself, it was really nice. Like, very smooth. Like I felt like it was easy back to, straight line going back and then hitting the ball. It's just, I couldn't really figure out the speed because I've never used this putter. I think Billy gave me that putter one time in a hole because I forgot mine in my bag, and I'm like, man, this putter is crazy. So it kind of threw me off a little bit. Drives are pretty good. I was happy with the drives. The irons were, I was hitting them really well. I had one good 4-wood shot. The others were okay since, I don't have one since I broke it. But, I thought it was a great day, man. It was really nice.
And where did you play? Pine Lakes, right?
Pine Lakes, that's what it's called.
Nice.
Real quick, what was I saying here? Oh, yeah. So I'll just real quick. This place was crazy. Like, imagine
Suck Pine Lakes or Suck Bang Blow? Okay, we're back on Suck Bang Blow.
All right. Okay. We drove about 30 minutes down. We were going south. You make a U-turn, and there's a gas station. And there are thousands of motorcycles, bike week, thousands of motorcycles outside this gas station. And I'm like, yo, what the hell is this place? They're revving their engines and everything. Like I could not fathom what this place was. So we go behind the gas station, Music Fest. It was a mixture of Platinum Plus, Music Fest, and like every outdoor bar you can imagine. Just live music they had. They had someone who was like pretty popular, Yellow, I don't know, I forget. But we missed him. But it was wild. Like I couldn't. Everyone was super friendly.
I'm looking this place up.
Yo, like no joke, one of the craziest scenes ever. Wild.
You cannot tell me that these things aren't listening to us because I searched Suck B. And the first thing that comes up is Suck Bang Blow Merle's in the biker bar.
But every single place that you walk to, like you'd make a left, you would be inside live concert going on. You'd go right, you'd be where all these strippers are, massive bars. Like I was flabbergasted. I was speechless. I was speechless. It reminded me of Music Fest, but just way, way different. And like, it was really fun. But that's really it. Besides the trip, went to the beach, had some drinks, got tan.
So do you want a shirt? I see they sell merchandise.
They do. I know they do, and I didn't buy one there.
This shirt has a unicorn on it. It says Suck Bang Blow above a rainbow, and it says where unicorns go to fuck each other. You want that one?
No.
Okay.
No. You don't buy me nothing. Don't buy me any Suck Bang Below shirts, please.
Dude, I have to though.
Listen. There will be a time and a place.
Here we go. This is a new Christmas idea. $40. Ho 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 hoodie. Ho ho ho. Suck Bang Blow. And Santa Claus is right in the middle of it. That's pretty nice.
Get that. All right. Get that for me for Christmas.
Look at this thing.
Yeah, it was incredible. I mean, dude, you had bikers just doing burnouts. Like, dude, all you can inhale was just rubber, like smoke, rubber, cigarette.
I smoked.
Never been, and it was incredible.
I smoked a fatty at Suck Bang Blow.
Like, follow, subscribe. Like, follow, subscribe. Like, follow, subscribe. Back to the show.
All right, so NFL, we have one more division to talk about. It's the AFC East. So we got the Jets, the Dolphins, the Patriots, and the Bills. honestly, it's a very closely fought for division this year, I want to say, and we're going to get into it. I'm going to give Mike the lead on this, but before we get into that, the NFL voted on if players will be allowed to participate for the flag football in the Olympics. Is there any way that the U.S. loses this thing?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
How?
Because I don't think anybody on the 53-man roster should be playing at all. Because number one, it's going to be the Summer Olympics. Am I correct?
Okay.
And that's going to be during every single important thing we are going to talk about in the next coming weeks.
It's
and
flag
next coming
football.
Months. Can I say something real quick?
Mike, all right, go ahead. Make your case, and I'm going to make mine.
World Baseball Classic. A lot of these guys, nationality, they want to win for their country. Edwin Diaz injured himself by jumping up and down, celebrating. Imagine that happens to a guy like, CeeDee Lamb or, I don't know, Justin Jefferson. They would, listen, maybe they could do it for fun, but listen, you get injured, don't do it.
But what if Edwin Diaz, all right, he was jumping up and down there, breaks his leg. What if he was jumping up and down because he found out his son's going to be a boy and breaks his leg? Oh, are we not allowed to have kids anymore in MLB? That doesn't make any sense to me. And also on top of that, we're talking about a sport, right? Baseball, that they're playing the same exact sport over there. So they know what the likelihood of injury is all across the field. We're talking about football, a fully contact sport made for men that want to just kill each other. And we are literally dumbing it down to the point where they're actually not allowed to tackle or touch each other. And you're afraid of that.
Yeah.
Also, the other thing is it's better for you because not one Jets player is going to be on this thing. You're acting like the Jets are going to be in this.
The Jets are still excluded.
The only one that has a chance of getting onto this team is Sauce Gardner.
And Sauce Gardner, yeah, true.
Garrett Wilson.
So two of them.
No, Garrett Wilson doesn't have a chance. Doesn't have a chance because you're telling me that they're going to...
They can't. He can't play. No, he can't. None of them can.
But there's no chance that America is going to say, we're sending Garrett Wilson to the Olympics over a CeeDee Lamb,
New York will burn.
Jamar Chase, a Justin Jefferson, a Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter might be the best flag football player we've ever seen because he can't really run routes as we've seen. We have a whole Jamar Chase situation on our hands down there, but he could play both ways, so it opens up an extra spot that we could fill when the non-Jets player gets injured that Mike's claiming is going to happen.
Who realistically is going to be on this? Let's talk for real. Who is going to be on this team?
I think
give me a quarterback. Because there are, who should be playing flag football, excluding the NFL season. We can easily, what you said, Jamar, CD, we can go that route. Who is actually going to be eligible and potentially will be playing for this team?
There's going to be a lot of people who are like, no, I'm going to watch the flag football no matter what. If there is not names like Patrick Mahomes, Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, if we have Bob Baggert out of Illinois,
Stetson Bennett,
the best quote unquote wide receiver flag football player in the country, playing at wide receiver over Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Garrett Wilson, Travis Hunter, all these guys, if he's playing in those games, we're not watching. There's no chance.
Jalen Tolbert?
There's no chance. Jalen Tolbert's a better name than him.
So he could
Absolutely.
play. So would you be happy with Jalen Tolbert playing?
I think that, yes.
Okay.
Yes. I would be fine with that. I think it is a huge mistake for America to not send NFL players. One, because merchandise, let's think about this. You put America's football jerseys with their names on the back and you make a sick jersey.
Good catch.
That's a ton of money coming in. Okay, now that's just merchandise. Let's look at the actual viewership. Yeah, people are going to view in for America's flag football team. We're a country built on football. Baseball, you had your time. It's kind of over. It's creeping back with the Yankees-Soto rivalry. Dominated you.
We're not talking about that tonight.
No, we're not, but
Good.
Dominated you.
There's a 2-3 series.
2-3? Do you even know what?
2 out of 3.
There you go.
2 out of 3.
There you go.
You know what I meant.
Mets fans learning how to count on the fly.
You know what I meant.
Look at us. Let's give it up for them.
Should we talk about this? Should we argue about this now?
No, we have so many weeks to do this.
Okay, fine.
But TV viewership, it's going to go up if you have Patrick Mahomes out there, if you have those wide receivers, if you have, if you have running backs like a Saquon Barkley there, if you have a Jalen Hurts there, I think personally, it should be Patrick Mahomes, Saquon Barkley. You have Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb. And then defensively, I think you go Sauce. I think you go Travis Hunter. Like, I think defensively, we will be good no matter what. There's no way any other country's coming out here beating us offensively. Like, our defense, we just got to get all the cool names in. Everything that people want to watch. And then offensively, don't worry about the names so much, but just insert pieces that are just going to be unstoppable.
Is it going to be better than the Pro Bowl?
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
Okay, I can agree on
100%.
that.
I think that this
Am I going to watch it? I don't know.
You will.
You think I will?
No,
I
because
don't know.
think about it. If you're getting to watch basically an NFL All-Star team play like they care. You know what I mean? Like, we don't actually get that anymore. Like,
yeah.
We never really got that because the Pro Bowl was never actually like a huge
we don't really
thing
get that
everyone cares
anymore,
about.
to be honest. Maybe
this might
hockey?
actually spark a flag football Pro Bowl game, which I'm all for.
Yeah.
Like, the linemen can be the coaches and stuff and like mess around. And, one lineman goes out there to snap the ball. Like, and Ndamukong Suh should come out of retirement just to be the center for this. I think that would do numbers.
They should just bring all the legends back and call it a day. They should take every single, NFL Hall of Famer and just put them on this team. Just be like, here you go, guys. Have fun. Get a Larry Fitz in there. Get a Calvin Johnson. Bring LT back. Oh, my God.
Dude,
a blast.
No. I think that the U.S. is going to set a standard, and they're going to say, football is our sport. We must win. We're putting out the best NFL players, and we're going to go. No.
Jure?
No.
Bring
Sorry. Jure. It would be really cool if you got in. No. I think who would you want at quarterback for this?
Who would I want okay, Lamar Jackson, easy.
I like that pick.
Lamar Jackson, easy.
I like that pick a lot.
Like, all right, you want to go through teams? We can list off our teams and what we want. They're pretty much the same
because we can agree on this.
Okay, I think
I agree with you. Lamar Jackson, who backs him up?
Josh Allen.
I love that. I love that so much. I think
just so that
would be so fun.
He could just watch.
Imagine him just trying to bull rush people, but forgets he's got flags on him.
Yeah, he's got flags. Exactly. That's why.
All right, running back.
Running back,
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, Gibbs.
I think
I'd have to go Gibbs.
And then maybe Saquon.
I would say
just for the vibes.
Gibbs. I like Saquon for the vibes.
I think Gibbs is the starter. Saquon's there to get the merchandise up.
I'm kind of stuck between Bijan and Kamara. I feel like Kamara for some reason would be dirty at flag football. I feel like he could, the shittiness is going to come out.
He would get injured. He would tear his hamstring.
Okay.
No, but that's different. He has an injury history.
True. Okay.
I like Bijan. Yeah. I like all three of those guys because you could spread them out as well.
You need someone who's shifty as hell. You need someone who's just going to break ankles. Yeah. So
they have to be able to catch the ball.
Yeah, I catch the ball, and they all can. And then, so what is it? 3 wide receiver positions? Is that correct?
Yeah.
I mean, Jamar, Justin Jefferson, and CD. Make it easy.
Can I throw out a
Garrett would be like a 4 for me.
Can I throw out a wild card for you?
Who am I missing?
Kevontae Turpin.
Kevontae Turpin. Just for speed, just let him go?
Yeah. And because how do punts occur in this? I don't know. I might look real dumb right now, but how do punts work?
I can't believe they're doing this.
Okay, I retract it. We're not putting Kevontae Turpin. That was a dumb decision. But George Pickens...
No.
Dude,
Pickens going to fight. Dude, we're going to get ejected.
Yeah,
we will never be able to be back in the Olympics.
He's a model citizen off the field. Imagine George Pickens doing his thing off the field, just having fun. He could be like our Jameis Winston running around. Jameis Winston should be one of the coaches. He should be the head of media for this.
No doubt.
But on the field, that would give us a little grit, Like, imagine going up against Team China, and it's just like all of their... I'm not going to say it, but he could just give a little... grit to it.
I feel like they need someone gonna sound crazy. They need someone to throw the ball. They need one receiver to just throw a bunch of trick plays in and be able to pass the ball, which is why I think Lamar would be a good quarterback because he could just run and he also could catch. Yeah. So have someone that can throw the ball at quarterback. I don't know, maybe like a TBD.
Wait, so you're talking about a wide receiver that can throw the ball
for trick plays.
They're
going to run.
Doesn't A.J. Brown have a couple?
A.J. Brown, yeah. Dude played baseball.
Yeah.
That's one. Who else? So who am I missing? I know someone that...
there was a guy on the Cowboys for a number of years.
Yeah. I don't know. All right, whatever.
Who it was.
Tight end.
Oh, man. Tight end.
Kittle?
Is there even tight ends in this?
I think there is one tight end position. This is like it's fantasy. It's fantasy. I would say George Kittle.
I think tight end.
George Kittle.
Tight end's got to be a vibes guy.
Yeah, George Kittle.
Because they're not going to do anything.
George Kittle.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
And then
who's our center?
Me? Like, does it matter?
Yeah, I think the center needs to be the thickest, while agile player on the line.
Can they catch?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
They only have to stay on the line.
I think they cover the 5 Mississippi.
Okay. We are going to put in. Who is the biggest center in the league? Who is the biggest? Who is the biggest defensive tackle in the league? It could be D tackle. It could
Myles
be center.
Garrett?
I mean, you could do Myles Garrett.
Question.
No, Vita Vea. Boom. Vita Vea.
Okay, I like that.
I
was going to suggest Micah Parsons because what if the center is allowed to spread out? If he is allowed to spread out, I think Micah would be a good option because he's very quick.
Mm-hmm. I could see Micah or Myles Garrett in that position. Yeah. Yes, but no, Vita Vea. If they can't move, Vita Vea. If they can, Myles Garrett or Micah Parsons.
All right, defensively, I honestly don't know how it works, but corners.
Do you need corners?
I think
you probably need. You don't need linebackers. You need corners. We're going to do Sauce Gardner for sure.
Do we go with?
We're going. Surtain, of course.
Sure.
Surtain, Sauce, Jair Alexander, AJ Terrell, one of those guys.
I think Jair Alexander would be fun.
Okay, I'll throw in Jair Alexander.
Do we put Guantanamo Bay just for the hashtag as a backup?
Yeah, we could do that. Why not?
I think we do that.
Yeah. Well, you need so you need 3. So those 3. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think we just nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
Sign us up, USA Flag Football Team.
Yeah, we'll make the team, bro. I don't know how much we're going to get paid, but it comes with a premium.
I'll be the equipment manager for it.
That's fine.
That? We'll document the whole experience as equipment manager.
I will develop all the plays for these guys, which is me saying, hey, you do this, you do this, and then after that, you do whatever.
Mike. Equipment managers. Not game managers. Equipment. We just got to make sure the boys' flags are on them.
And when kicker? Brandon Aubrey,
Are there
correct?
kickers? I don't think.
Well, we're going to insert one now.
If there's kickers, Brandon Aubrey.
Okay, Brandon
Easiest pick ever.
Okay. Not Justin Tucker, right?
Well, depends.
Kidding.
What's the objective?
Yeah. What is the objective of the game?
Like, follow, subscribe, back to the show.
All right,
dive in.
Let's get into the AFC East. I'm going to let you take the lead here.
All right. How about you pick the teams for me?
I want to do the Jets last.
That's fine.
Let's do the Bills first.
All right. So we'll go back and forth on this. I kind of gave them like a grade a little bit, like, A to C range.
Yeah, we know how grades work.
Okay, good. Buffalo, I gave a B+. I thought they did really good in the draft. I thought they picked a lot of good players late. I also think their first-round pick, Maxwell Harrison from Kentucky, they went heavy on the defense, and I think that's what they needed to do. Why I didn't put them in the A range is because they didn't address the positions where they are injured a lot. So they released Le'Veon Bell. They released Von Miller. I don't know. Wow. How does Le'Veon Bell and Von Miller correlate? Don't know, but we're past it now. They got Joey Bosa. Joey Bosa was a guy that they brought in.
Good pickup.
Yes, but again, a little bit injury prone.
But we've seen that
We've seen that the last couple of years that he's a little injury prone. Matt Milano, they didn't really back him up with anybody. Like, that's a big position. Another injury prone guy, but when he's on the field healthy, he's a top 5 linebacker in the league. But the guys that they did draft and they did re-sign and pick up, Joshua Palmer is another guy. Had his little slight stint in LA where he looked like, he was going to be the 1B to Keenan Allen. Never really happened. Michael Holt is another guy. Larry, oh my God, Ogunjobi. Jesus, I can't even pronounce words.
You don't have, just say we're good.
They extended a lot of players. Josh Allen, Khalil Shakir, Greg Rousseau, Terrell Bernard. Like, they brought a lot of homegrown talent back. I really like the Landon Jackson pick, and not because he's just like some albino dude, but like he's actually a really good player. He was a really good player for Arkansas. He had I think about 42 career games with them. Just a solid player to have. He's not going to be starting right away. TJ Sanders from USC, South Carolina, nice D tackle there to fill the defensive tackle role. But yeah, I thought they built up the defense, which I think they needed to do. The offense, bringing in Josh Palmer, that's going to help him out a little bit. Keon Coleman, we're waiting to see that next step. And then, of course, Khalil Shakir, who is slowly but surely becoming a really good player in this league. They nailed that pick as well. So they got a B+ for me. They're going to move on. Yeah.
I think that they could move up to an A if they get this extension done with James Cook. We're still waiting on that.
Yes.
All he wants is $15 million. I know they have it somewhere. Just got to go find it.
Yeah, just got to go find it. But Saints probably gave it to you back in the day.
He's going into his last year on his contract. Next year he's an unrestricted free agent. I don't know. The way the Bills work and the way they operate, it seems like you don't need to have the top end guy in their mind to be competitive in the NFL as long as your defense is solid and you have Josh Allen at quarterback. Just give him enough that he can play with and compete, and they think that they're going to win. So not signing James Cook does concern me a little bit because I don't know that they can go out and get someone for less than $15 million at this point that can come in and fill what he gives you. Because last year, when you look at the way he played, he was a game changer in a lot of games. He was the reason they won a lot of games. And are you going to be able to fill that void next year when he's gone? I don't know. I don't know if there's enough guys out there that are of his quality and can give you what he gives you to work off of Josh Allen in his arm. I don't know if they can go get that. Yeah. I think it'd be dumb to not get this extension done.
No, I'm with you in a way. Like it's strange because you look at teams like the Eagles and the Chiefs. The Chiefs have had they call Kareem Hunt off the couch and he was playing well. Saquon Barkley, one of the top running backs in the league. I mean, he was number one for a reason. But the Bills are interesting because they really run through Josh Allen. There is no, running through the run game. They run through Josh Allen. And Ray Davis has looked really good for the Bills. When he had his opportunity, he took advantage of it, and he made a name for himself.
But I feel like Ray Davis is a very
good player.
Zeke Elliott and Tony Pollard situation where, when James Cook is not that guy on the field, you're going to get opportunities because they're only going to protect against the pass. When James Cook's on the field, they're actually looking at the running back. Just like when Zeke was there. When Zeke was on the field, there's a reason why he was only getting 3 yards to carry his last good year before he came back. And Pollard was getting 8 to 10 a carry because they weren't really concerned with Pollard. He wasn't the game plan. And I think Ray Davis was seeing that. And if they do move on and push Ray Davis into that running back 1 role, I don't know that it's going to go the way people think. I don't think there's a reason why I got rid of Ray Davis in my sleeper league because he's not that guy.
Yeah,
he's not. He's a great number 2.
He is.
He's not a number 1.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there. I think everything you said, I actually agree with. You need that. You can't really, especially in that offense, really have a cowbell because again, it's all Josh Allen. Josh Allen
is your cowbell.
Is literally the cowbell of the offense. So I could see why they don't want to pay him. I could see why they do want to pay him, but they already wasted time. I definitely think they get it done. I just don't know what the numbers are going to look like for James Cook, but they should get it done. They didn't address the position.
The way that it's been kind of working out, it almost feels
it's just a money issue at this point.
And Micah Parsons are kind of on the same trajectory where at some point this summer they will get paid. The money's there, they will get it. It's just when is that deal going to come through? And it's kind of on the owners. Yeah. It's kind of on the GMs to get it done. And I say owners and GMs because the Cowboys have both of them working that out.
Yep.
But yeah, I think what you said is good on the Bills. I don't know if there's much more we have to talk about till later when we do our predictions.
Yeah. Not like another team's not going to sign him to that much money.
Yeah.
Either. Somebody will take that deal in a heartbeat.
Absolutely. So. San Fran,
yeah.
That would be it. I just said that out of the blue. But Christian McCaffrey's only got a number of years left in the legs.
He's 29 years old.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
He is.
But think about who was it that was on the Rams? Todd Gurley.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't very old either. There's guys that are still in the league that are that were younger than him.
He's still holding records.
Or that were older than him, sorry.
Yeah, he's still holding top 3 records in some running back stats.
That Super Bowl year, he was unreal.
Yeah, he was incredible.
Let's go to the Dolphins because I'm doing the Dolphins now because obviously we are going to do the Jets last.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Patriots, there's a little bit more to talk about. Whereas the Dolphins, I mean, we got mush for brains at quarterback. Tyreek Hill is out here getting clowned by the Colts in their schedule release. Not sure if you saw that. They had to take it down.
I did see that.
He was getting arrested by the Coast Guard.
Yep.
Fucking hilarious.
I know. He's nonstop.
The Dolphins, they were 8-9 last year. They made the playoffs the year before. I think they should bounce back. I don't know that they do because of the strength of this division now.
They're such a wild card, and like that's why I gave them a C+.
Sure.
It can be a B-, but it's just I don't know where this team is going, and I think I could speak for a lot of Dolphins fans. Like obviously, you still have Tua, you still have Jalen Waddle, you still got Reek, you got Devin Achane. Like those are really good skill players. I really like the Kenneth Grant pick. Again, we talked about this after the draft. I think that was a really, really good pick. Jonah Savaiinaea, he will be a day one starter. I don't know. He has work to do. I watched a little bit of his film. He's still got work to do. He's a good player. Jason Marshall Jr., that was a nice pick. He fell big time. He was a 5-star recruit. Jordan Phillips. But they went really heavy on the free agency signings. They brought in Zach Wilson, James Daniels. He was a guard on a 3-year deal. They brought Nick Westbrook-Akine in. He's kind of like your Josh Palmer in a way, but a little bit better. Ashton Davis, ex-Jet, KJ Britt, Alexander Madison. So, they got a little bit younger. They brought in some guys on low-end deals. I just don't know what really, I feel like we're going to see the same team. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think they're going to be worse. I think
Me too.
They might play the same, but I think record-wise they'll be worse because I'm looking at their schedule right now, Mike, and after the first 2 weeks, maybe, there's a possibility, there's a world where they lose the next 7 games. Because here's what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just give me right off the rip, don't think about it, win or loss. Colts.
Loss.
Patriots.
Loss.
At Buffalo.
Loss.
Versus the Jets.
Win.
At Carolina.
Win.
Versus the Chargers.
Loss.
At Cleveland.
Win.
At Atlanta.
Loss.
Versus Baltimore.
Loss.
Versus Buffalo.
Loss.
Versus Commanders.
Actually, win against Buffalo. They'll split with them. I always like splitting.
Okay.
Loss against Commanders.
Right, and that goes into their bye week with 4 wins. Their bye week's week 12.
That is without thought.
Season's over. Season's over at that point.
I just don't know what to make of them. I don't I feel like they just it's a simplified offense. Besides having Reek have these deep drag go routes, their O-line is my biggest question. They just drafted this Jonah guy from Arizona. But besides that, you lost Teron Armstead, and I just don't know if that it's going to be a good group. And you need that with Tua, because if they are not protecting Tua, Tua is done, and we will have the same conversation as we did last year. Oh, it's time to retire. It's time to retire. I just don't know if Chris Greer's doing it. I don't know. I think he's just throwing shit at the wall and hoping it sticks.
So I agree with you. But I also think that there's something in here that a lot of people are not going to look at going into the season because we're just going to look at Tua and what he can do with
defense.
His offense. No, not even defensively. If they don't win games and Tua doesn't look right, is there a world where Quinn Ewers comes in and turns the season around?
No.
All right,
Tua
fine.
will be the quarterback until
just throw it out there. Didn't have to disrespect me.
It wasn't disrespect.
That was very mean. No, it
wasn't. I didn't mean
the way you looked at me. The way you looked at me was this kid's a little boy.
No,
not cool.
No.
Not cool at all. Not cool at all.
Quinn Ewers, I forgot about that too. But no, Zach Wilson's going to get a shot because.
Did you see all the dead animals?
What are you talking about?
Quinn Ewers. Draft night.
No.
No?
No.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Dude, I swear every time someone got picked ahead of him, he killed another animal. I'll show you.
Not good.
I'll show you. Go ahead. Talk a little bit.
Yeah.
Were you talking about something? Or
were we not really, but I just don't know where this team's headed. I don't know what their identity is. I don't know what kind of offense. Are they going to run a similar type of offense? I like their players. I'm a big fan of Jalen Waddle. I'm a big fan of Devon Achane. Hey, yo.
Yeah, I told you.
Damn, son.
A lot of animals.
That's a lot of animals.
A lot of animals.
It's not him killing it. Is that his pops or that's Quinn?
I don't know. It looks like there's a saber-toothed tiger here. There's a
Nice.
There's a bear. It looks like with a hat on. We got a lot of deer, some elk, a moose. Is that a moose?
Probably.
A lot of things I actually don't know what they are. Honestly, he might. Things to think about. Could he get arrested for killing endangered species? We just got to be aware of that.
He could.
So he might get arrested and he won't even be able to play football.
If Zach Wilson starts, I might lose my mind.
I hope he lights it up.
If he lights it up, I will probably just stop watching football and we'll end this podcast forever.
Absolutely. As you should.
As we should is right.
All
Patriots?
right, let's move on to the Patriots. I think they did great
A+.
this year in free agency. I think they did great in the draft. I think Vrabel, the videos that continue to come out, and it's only probably 1% of what he's actually doing up there. I love the culture he's bringing there. I love what he's doing with the team. He's bringing them together. It seems like, I don't want to say the Patriots are back, but I think it's like
they look good.
It's like a Patriots 2.0. It's not. It might never touch Patriots 1.0.
No, nobody ever will.
But I think that they are in a better position to win a Super Bowl now than they are to go into the season and only win 3 games. Is that fair to say?
They'll win 7+ games.
Right?
Easily.
I think them winning 6 games is more likely than
no doubt.
I don't know. I'm lost in the sauce right now. They're more likely to win a Super Bowl than they are to suck. That's what I'm trying to say.
I gave them an A+. I gave them an A+. Well, all in all, they smoked the free agency and the draft. They smoked everything. Let me go through some of these players that they brought in via free agency. We're not even talking about the draft right now.
Okay.
Stephon Diggs, easily your wide receiver 1. Milton Williams, that is your number 1 D tackle. Kayvon Chason, they brought him in. Morgan Moses, who's probably going to be a day 1 starter. Carlton Davis is probably going to be a day 1 starter. Robert Spillane is going to be a 3-down linebacker. Harold Landry, a guy from Tennessee, connects with the Vrabel. Joshua Dobbs, he had his little Linsanity era in Arizona.
True.
And with the Vikings. Matt Collins. Everyone loves Matt Collins. Garrett Bradbury. Solid center. Probably is going to start as well or be a backup. Not really sure who their center is now. So that's just free agency who they brought in. Will Campbell, immediate left tackle.
I can't stop watching Will Campbell videos.
Oh, yeah. He's
not even a
run
football.
through a wall.
Not even a football. I just like listening to him talk.
Yep. Run through a wall. Left tackle, probably one of the best. Looking like going to be the best left tackle in the draft. We will see. Travion Henderson, you know him. He's going to be a stud. He's going to be running back 1. Kyle Williams, receiver, Washington State. Jared Wilson, center, Georgia. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 draft picks. They are young. The only thing for me, it's Drake May. Let's go. Now it's on Drake May. I know he's still young. He's going to have growing pains, but this team is set nicely around you. The defense is going to be back to where it should be. The defense has always been good. Mike Vrabel has always had, solid defensive play every time he's been a head coach. Tennessee as well. No one really knows about it except Tennessee Titans fans. They will be, I think they're going to be pretty good. It's going to take them a little bit to, gel together, new system, but it's really, can Drake May be the quarterback he was drafted to be? Can he go out and, throw 1 interception and have 3 or 4 touchdowns? Can he rattle off the wins? I think they might come second in the division. Truly, they really nailed it.
Yeah.
Which is so strange to say because New England always just has the strangest drafts and free agency additions. So
it's a new era.
Yeah, and they lost a couple guys that I don't think were, really big impact players. So it's a new era for New England, man. They're gonna be a tough team. Mm-hmm. They really will.
I love that. I love their primetime games.
I haven't looked.
I love the primetime games. So they got Buffalo on Sunday Night Football. They
Nice.
got New York on Thursday Night Football, and then
Jets.
they got the Giants on Monday Night Football. So those are
All
3
winnable
very
games.
good primetime games for them, where they can show off and get good wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the Patriots just.
I hate it. I hate that they're going to be good, but
I almost love it. I'm just a Vrabel guy. I love
I
Vrabel.
am.
I love
I am.
Vrabel. I
But
love
the
the nice.
Patriots.
I love the vest over a long sleeve shirt.
so do I.
Getting in on the warm ups and hitting people.
Mhm.
I love it all. I love it all.
Like you're the epitome of a player's coach.
Mm-hmm.
Getting involved with the drills.
Yep.
Yeah, obviously no, you're not
Like-
wearing pads, but you're
Robbie Kraft. You got winning back, but what did it cost? It costed Bill Belichick
and all
seducing a 24.
yeah, and everything else that's going on in his life. So
Crazy.
strange things happening in the NFL offseason.
Oh, it's incredible.
You hear what AJ Brown has been saying recently too?
Well, he's not going to go play in the Olympics. He just came out and said that.
There you go.
Why? What else did he say?
Well, it was about. We'll talk about it off air. I don't want to say it on air. It's not.
What was it? Give me a hint.
It's rhymes with something hub.
Ah.
Yeah,
Oh.
all that stuff.
Gotcha. AJ, you freak.
Yeah, that's why he was the first one to say that he's not playing on the Olympic team.
Gotcha. All right. And with that, let's get into the New York Football Jets. Mike, take it away. Because Jets are back.
I give a B minus.
Okay. Why?
I'm
not going to. What are you? You think I'm
I'm
going to yell at you?
I'm such a realist. I gave them a B minus. I did. I did a little bit more extensive research on this draft and, the players that they brought in. And as a Jets fan, let's go through the draft first. I think the Armin Membu pick, you really couldn't mess that up. I think was super solid. The O-line could be a top 10 unit in the league. On paper, they look like it. Now it's obviously everything looks great on paper with the Jets, and then they go out and it's an atrocity. So we shall see. Mason Taylor, got a lot of hype. He's young. I think he can be a day one starter. Azariah Thomas from FSU, he got burned in the Senior Bowl a lot, but he's got the tangibles. He's got the speed.
I'm going to call a timeout on that one because we got to talk about that. We've seen this so many times where guys get burnt in the Senior Bowl and then they come to the NFL and they're fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fucking Senior Bowl.
Yeah.
Let's not forget the fact that these are college kids at the Senior Bowl that were very clearly out drinking the night before and are hungover, and they're all playing hungover football together. It was like they're just there for the party. They're collecting their gifts. They're talking to agents, getting ready for the NFL.
They're just there for the vibes.
Listen, he's going to be just fine. Just fine.
I like the pick. I didn't mind it. This one, however, has raised a lot of questions. Arian Smith from Georgia. So Arian Smith, I did my research on him and I watched a lot of his film. His route tree is limited. He's a very, small, slender, speedy guy. He's not running, all these crisp routes like, Garrett Wilson runs or Jetta's runs. It's really just like a screen player, a go route guy, and like a speed out. That's really, I feel like he's very limited. I don't know how they're going to use him, but you better hope it works out because that is one position group that is looking really suspect. And in my opinion, I think Darren Muji went a little conservative this year. He didn't really, besides the Justin Fields signing, he didn't really, and the Brandon Stevens signing, he didn't really break the bank and, bring in much needed firepower. If they bring in Amari Cooper, I think that would be, he's linked to the Jets right now. That would be huge. That
would be huge.
We need another guy that could just be a wide, because if you want to go, it's Garrett Wilson, Alan Lazard, Arian Smith, and maybe Xavier Gibson and Josh Reynolds that they brought in too. So again, a lot of low risk, high reward signings, but we know who these guys are. We know what they bring to the table. We know what Alan Lazard brings to the table. We know what Josh Reynolds brings to the table. We don't know yet what Arian Smith brings, but
Josh Reynolds has 3 fantastic games a year.
Yeah, that's it. But it's, I don't know. They got to bring one more guy in before the season starts because they need to just help out Garrett Wilson as much as they can. It's like what CD was going through for the last 5 years. It's we don't want that to happen. We want Garrett to be able to, not get double teamed and everything else happens.
I think it's also different when you don't have a quarterback.
True.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. At least CD's got Dak, who's just going to throw it to him and be accurate and throw it to him 30 times a game.
Exactly.
Aaron Rodgers at times, I don't know.
No, he hated him. He didn't want to throw to him.
Does he wear contacts? Do we know if Aaron Rodgers wears contacts? Because I think he needs them.
Dude.
Because that game we went to, I don't know what he was looking at on that last play. Taking that sack, he could have run anywhere. And he ran straight into whatever his name was. But it was an embarrassment. I think Justin Fields is going to turn that around. I think even with this wide receiver group, I think just because of the way Justin Fields plays and his ability to scramble, his speed on the ball, his ability to play on the run. I think that's going to help Garrett Wilson and Allen Lazard a lot compared to last year when they had basically a statue at quarterback.
True. I think the biggest necessity for the Jets was the coaching staff. I think if you want to separate, the offseason, we'll throw all the draft picks and the free agency signings, we'll put them to the side here. If you want to talk about who they brought in, I think they did a great job. I mean, they pretty much brought in everyone from Detroit, and now we are Detroit's B team. Like, this is what I'm seeing. Like, this is, Aaron Glenn is here. Tanner Engstrad is here. I think the tight end coach is here as well. Like, they brought a lot of guys in, that have had success. Some guys haven't. Aaron Glenn has been on this team, did not have success, now did with the Lions. Tanner Engstrad, young guy. He's got a lot on his plate. When you're coming to the Jets, you got a lot on your plate, man. But it's really on it's how is Justin Fields going to look? How are they going to make Justin Fields play to the best of his ability? That's what I'm worried about the most. Like, I like the Andre Sisco signing when they brought him in. The Brandon Stevens signing, very, very random. Like, one of the most random signings out of everyone that we've pretty much talked about. Stone Smart, solid, played in the league. Josh Myers probably is not even going to start unless, he beats out somebody at guard or Joe Tippmann at center. Not really sure, but it's really on Fields. Like that, and that's what I think. What I'm excited to see a lot. Like the running game, I'm not really worried about. Like Breece Hall is a stud. They got Braylon Allen back there, Isaiah Davis. They got players. It's really Fields. It's how are you going to make Fields the best player he could be?
Mm-hmm. And I don't think Fields has to throw for 400 yards a game.
He
just has to give you probably 150 to 200.
It's like, don't turn the ball over, get first downs. Like, they're not going to put a lot of pressure on him, but they're going to give him that option, play some backyard football. When you're in the pocket's collapsing, you just go do your thing. Because Aaron Glenn saw it when he was with Detroit. I mean, Justin Fields can scramble, and he's hard to bring down. So I'm excited, and I'm excited that he's getting an opportunity. I think that was Darren Mucci's best move because I think the contract was fair, and you fill the gap that you needed. Aaron Rodgers wasn't the answer, and he wasn't the answer to begin with, but he wasn't there anymore. So you bring in Fields, and you're like, hey, listen, you've been around the league a little bit. This is your third team. You were 4-1 with the Steelers, like. We saw something in you, and like now we're giving you an opportunity where you don't have to worry about, when this guy comes back, am I going to start? Like, this is now your job. Don't lose it.
Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah,
I agree with you. And I think honestly, we hit everything. We
should
hit everything
do,
there. I think we should get into our predictions here.
Over-unders?
So let's do some over-unders.
All right, well, let's start where we did before. So Buffalo, we're going to do 11.5.
Okay.
3, 2, 1,
Under.
over. I'm going to take the over on them.
Okay. I think they nail 11 right in the face.
We always do this. That's why I was like, I'm not going to say under and say 11 wins. So 12.5, I'll take 13 wins, which is crazy, but let's do it. Why not?
It's a lot of wins.
Not an over guy, but going to be today. All right, Dolphins. Let's go 7.5. 3, 2, 1,
Over.
Under 7 or 6.
I know we said 4, but there's just a part of me that's like the Dolphins can't not win 8 games.
7 or 6 for me.
Yeah.
And I'm not even trying to be a hater, but I just don't know what to expect from them. And every other team is getting better.
Carlo, don't take this hate.
Yeah, don't take a hate. New England. Let's do 8.5. Let's do the same. Or no, 8.5 is a little tough. Let's do 7.5.
Yeah, that's probably a better line.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give them 8. They could get 9. They could get 10.
I had them at 9.
They could get 10, bro. Like, this is a team that there's going to be kind of expectation on them.
I need to go back and look at what we gave every team because I think we are just handing out wins. There's no way the amount of wins that we've handed out on this show for our predictions is even possible.
Oh, yeah. We definitely went through so many schedules and just baffled everything.
Like, when you look at the league and it's supposed to be like the same number on both sides, right? Our win column is like double whatever the losing column is.
Yeah.
That's what our win column is.
Well, luckily people just watch and they only tune into this and they forget about the other things that happen.
Facts. All right. Jets.
All right. So I think Vegas has about 5.5. So we're just going to roll with that. 3, 2, 1.
Over.
I
Absolutely.
have to.
There's no way they don't. If they don't win 6 games, that's a absolute failure. I think they have a chance to make the playoffs this year.
I hope.
Like if the Jets really should be winning 8 games. That's serious. That's seriously the over/under 4.5.
I think it's 5.5. Yes, 5.5. Vegas has them at 5.5.
Hold up. Who do they play? Let me pull up their schedule. There's no way this team's not winning 6 games. There's no way.
I think they do it. I mean, I really do. I mean, after last year.
All right, here we go. Sorry.
You say it.
Pittsburgh, win. Buffalo, win. Tampa Bay, loss. Miami, win. Dallas, loss. Denver. It's home.
It's London.
And it's at 9:30 in London.
Yeah.
Win. Carolina, loss. Cincinnati, loss. Cleveland, win. I don't think Shedeur Sanders wins over 3 games. New England, win. Baltimore, loss. Atlanta, loss. Miami, I put a win up there before. You know what? Win. We're going to sweep Miami this year. Sorry, Carlo. Jacksonville, loss. I think Travis Hunter gets absolutely disgustingly owned on both sides of the ball that game. I think it's going to be too much for him.
So it's a loss?
No, it's a win.
It's a win.
No. Travis Hunter's going to get owned by Garrett Wilson and Sauce. It's a win. New Orleans, I think that's going to be a loss because the team's too young and they're going to be more focused on Christmas. That's December 21st.
Cancun.
Yeah. So, loss. December 28th, win. And then at Buffalo is going to be a loss because we what are we at?
I think I have 8.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
I told you. There's no way they don't win 8 games.
There was a point where I just kept going like this.
Did you see
you were
me
like, loss, and I kept putting my
did it,
fingers
and that's
up.
why I put mine down.
I was like, wait a minute. So I believe it's either 8 or 9.
Yeah. Dude, you're making the playoffs.
I hope. We are, with everything going on with New York sports right now, you know, the Yanks, obviously the Mets, the Knicks, like it's fun right now. Yeah, especially the Knicks. The Knicks it's rejuvenating the New York fandom.
Can I say something about the NBA with New York? That's all I want to talk about.
Yeah, let's go. Let's talk a little NBA.
If we want to talk a little more, we can.
I'm down. Come on.
It is impressive to me that I think if you inserted the Nets or the Knicks into this position right now, all of New York is reacting the same.
Not the Nets, no.
No, I think so, Mike. I think that New York has been waiting for a basketball team to be this good and this inspiring. Like, I'm not saying it would have been the same reaction that we see from Knicks fans because Knicks fans are abusing people in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that New York would still be backing
the Nets. Oh, yeah,
Nets
definitely. I think so,
too. The way
too.
they are the Knicks. That's more what I'm getting at. Where you don't see that with other New York sports. Like, if the Mets were doing well, Yankees fans wouldn't be sitting there like, oh, yeah, the Mets are doing good. That's not happening. If the Islanders and the Rangers,
nope.
That's rivalry. That's not happening.
Jets and Giants is different now because they're all, you know, they've been in the shitter for so long. So I think they would both root for each other.
I don't think so.
I think more than baseball and more than hockey, though.
But I think the way that
I would be hyped if the Giants were winning.
Maybe if it was a Super Bowl and the matchup was correct,
yeah, definitely,
absolutely. But I think just in a playoff series, right? I don't see Jets fans turning around and saying to Giants fans, for the majority, hey, go get them. I'm cheering for you. I don't see Giants fans saying to Jets fans, go get them. I'm cheering for you. I don't see that happening based on the last couple rivalry matchups in the regular season. There was a little bit of feistiness in there. I liked it. I liked what I was seeing. I was worried it was going to be just a clown show. It wasn't, so I'm happy about that. But with basketball, I'm seeing Nets fans being like, let's go Knicks, bing bong. That does not happen.
No.
But it's the only town where this is occurring in, I think, at the moment. But I respect it because New York, you deserve to have a basketball team that is half decent. And it just took Villanova to get you there, which props to me. Props to me. I'll take some responsibility for that. Big fan, paid for some of their scholarships, I'm sure. But no, seriously, like I do think it's interesting. And you're a New Yorker guy. You're the Mets, Jets, Nets fan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what your thoughts are on it. Like,
So-
do you think it's weird that Nets fans are pulling for them?
I
They're
don't.
not pulling for them, but like being
Like,
out in the
root for
streets,
them?
being out in the streets, cheering for them. Like, do you think that's weird? Because I think it's weird.
Well, as a Nets fan, again, I am a New Jersey Nets and then Brooklyn Nets fan. Like, I just don't think there's even a fan base. Like, swear to God, bro. Like, the Knicks are different because the Nets were always an outcast. I feel like back in the day, like there was that one time where they had Jason Kidd, Richard Jefferson, Keith Van Horn, Vince Carter. Like they were fun, but like they have just been for years shit. Yeah. And like people have been moving over to the Knicks. Like that's personally what I think. But the New York Knicks, I feel like, they bring the Giants and the Jets fans together. They bring the Yankees and the Mets fans together. Like it is like the one thing that is so beloved in New York where like everyone, like if the Knicks win, like it's one of the biggest things because they've been shit for so long. Like the Knicks are the heart of New York when it comes to sports. In my opinion, I really think that's it.
But this is where I feel like, when people
like I'm rooting
American
for the Knicks,
sports
bro, no
fans
doubt.
are just so soft.
Yeah.
They really are.
Mm-hmm.
Like whoever you want. I don't care if it's a regional team, out of market team, whatever you want to like it, but go full bore with it.
Mm-hmm.
I look over it. Let's take Liverpool or Manchester, for example, in the Prem. Like, all right, even if you're an Everton fan, because Manchester's a little bit of a stretch. They're both very good.
Yes,
Man U
yeah,
has the
okay.
second most trophies behind Liverpool. Man City's been very good. But if you look at Everton, I mean, shit team, shit club, blue, they're terrible.
Mm-hmm.
They're good, but they're terrible. They stay in the Prem every year, not going to win nothing.
Yeah.
Liverpool, on the other hand, winning everything, doing everything, having great success right now. The most successful club in England, one of the most successful clubs in Europe. You do not see Everton fans out in the streets, excited that Liverpool is winning the league. You don't see Everton fans out in the streets excited that Liverpool got Champions League soccer the next day. You don't see them out in the streets that they signed someone. Like that doesn't happen in those sports. But when you come to America, it's like this weird.
To a certain degree, though, honestly, to a certain degree.
It is to a certain degree, but you see it so much more here where, you could be I don't know how to put this, but I would say 90% of the sports teams in the U.S. have fans that like other teams for their players, which is fine, but don't cheer for them. Like how the Nets are right now, your fans are almost cheering for the Knicks. Like that would never happen.
But I think it's different though. But I get where you're coming from.
It's like a weird cultural thing here, where
if-
we are okay cheering for another team to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it doesn't come out of hate for the other team.
But I think it comes with, like there's two sides of it. It's like, the evil empire, the team that's been, had so much success back in the day, like a Liverpool, like the Yankees, like seeing them, being that same position. Like some people are just so sick of it and tired of it. Like we haven't seen the Knicks be in this position for years, bro. Like when again, I'm a Nets fan. The Nets are they got a long ways to go. They have a lot of draft picks, blah, blah, blah. But like seeing, New York, like huddle around this team, like it's good for the city, and they haven't been good. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's like they weren't, going to the Eastern Conference Finals every single year like Boston or whatever. Like they haven't been in this position in years, bro, years. So like it's different as a fan of, a quote unquote another New York basketball team.
But that's what I'm trying to get at. Like,
yes.
Nets fans should be cheering for the Pacers. Like, why do you want the other New York team in your region to be winning? Like, you should be wanting to win. Like, why are we not all cheering for the Pacers?
That's true. Like, all right, like for me, like I'll give you who I'm cheering for. Like personally, like I'm happy with either the Knicks or the Pacers. Like I am a Tyrese Halliburton fan, always have been.
But why would you be happy if the Knicks go? Like, you shouldn't be happy if the Knicks go.
For me, because I think
I don't want to tell you what to be happy about.
It's for, like Curdy's a Knicks fan. A lot of my friends.
No, fuck that. You should be wanting to see their world burn.
But like, I think
I want every Eagles fan to burn.
I'll tell you the main reason why. It's because New York needs it. I think New York needs it so badly, bro. Like I went through the last time each team has won the chip. The Giants are the most recent team that has won the championship, and that was 2013.
Okay.
That's 12 years ago. The Yankees were next, and then after that,
Like, follow, subscribe, like, follow, subscribe, like, follow, subscribe. Back to the show.
Where is this
like
for
the
the
Colts.
Rockies? Why are we not all cheering for the Rockies?
because they're not there, and they won't be there anytime soon. Bro, they're 8 and 31. That's
I just looked
crazy.
Dude, they are worse than last year's White Sox.
Dude.
And they're down 3-0 after a half inning to the Phillies right now.
they're shit.
What a joke.
But again, it really comes from what teams you have, watched as you're a kid. Why do you think I was always on the Lions, bro? Because they were so bad for so long. And, Brendan obviously is a Lions fan. The Jets suck. So you relate to these people.
But I get that. I get the being, wanting these bad teams to win that are out of your city.
But when it's in your city.
L.A., you kind of see it too, where you don't really see it. L.A.
With
Lakers
the
fans
Dodgers?
don't cheer for the Clippers, and the Clippers fans
True.
don't want the L.A. Lakers fans to win. That's where I don't understand about New York basketball right now, because you see Nets fans
There's
out
not
there
really a
on the
rivalry,
bing ball.
though. I don't think there's really a rivalry when it comes to New York. In LA, I think it's different.
But it's not a rivalry because the Nets never win.
True.
And that's fine. But you should be having that in the back of your mind, we want to win eventually, and we will be better than I don't. And I'm not saying this straight to you. It's more to the people
just
I
in
see
general.
these videos
Yeah, that makes
where
sense.
they're out in the streets celebrating, hitting beach balls around. Bro, you should be preparing to get your Tyrese Halliburton jersey on and get into this series.
So I could get slammed with trash bags.
No, don't go in the
Shout out to
streets.
that guy, by
Don't
the
go in
way.
the streets. Stay out of there. Go in the streets after you
Bold
win.
move.
After you
Bold
win.
move.
Walk
Rocking a
out there
Halliburton
proud.
jersey, dude.
In the
He was
daylight.
asking to get killed.
Daylight.
Dude, nothing. Not at all. You're not doing it at all. But I
But you get where I'm coming from.
Yeah,
though, right?
yeah, I do.
I don't I don't think it's a bad thing. Be happy about whatever you want, but I think it's weird that
When
New York,
the other New York
of
team.
all sports towns, where it's this tough, we're gonna be better than you, we're gonna outwork you, we're gonna outmuscle you, we're gonna be mentally. We love our teams, and then we're just oh, the Nets are good, we're gonna cheer for them.
It's all right.
It's weird.
So for me in basketball, all right. So we'll go through each sport right now. As a Rangers fan, I don't like the Islanders,
No,
and
yeah,
I
we
will
went through
never
this.
root for them. Basketball, I will root for them. Yanks, sorry, won't root for them. Football, will root for the
And I
Giants
think
if they
that's
ever get
weird.
there.
I think that's really weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's just my opinion.
Something about it.
Let us know in the
weird.
comments if you think this is weird, because it doesn't happen in LA and other places.
And I feel like soccer is way different though.
That's fine. But all right,
They're passionate.
Ready?
Go ahead.
Philadelphia gets a second basketball team. Do you think those people are going to be friendly to each other?
No.
No. Never. I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's good.
Let us
It's a
know
good
what you guys
topic though.
think, because maybe I'm just blowing this out of proportion, but I do think it's weird. I think it's weird.
Well, you're also you like the Cowboys, you like the Yanks, you like the Sixers. You're not.
But you'll never see me cheer for anyone else.
True, and there's also not. I mean, not in Dallas, yes, but yeah, that makes sense in a way. Your fandom is strange though. Your fandom's not
It is.
like me. It's all New York. Philly, it's all Philly, and they don't. There's only one team in Philadelphia for each team, so it's a little different on our. It's literally just LA and New York. That's it.
And that's fine though. But you don't see me cheering for the Mets. I literally was shit talking the other night.
Yes, you were.
But even if there was another team in Philly, I would still be shit talking. I would never want them to win.
Fair enough.
Liverpool fan, I never want to see Everton win. If they got relegated and we never played them again, I think it's the funniest thing ever. Same thing with Man U.
Okay. Interesting.
I don't want to see other teams win.
You want your team to win.
I'm never going to. I'll sarcastically cheer for things.
The Eagles to win the division.
Yes.
Fair enough.
I put that bet in,
Fair enough,
and I did it again.
I feel like you
in.
do that to back your ass up.
Yes,
and to win
because
money.
at the end of the day, I could be like, I was right.
Yeah, and you were right.
But I'm
exactly.
actively
because then if
cheering
you're
against
wrong, then you can shit talk them.
Yes, it's perfect. It's a win-win for me every year.
You really do got the win-win bets. Makes sense.
Yeah. So
that
right.
is it for the
That's
divisions now. There's no more.
That's it for the show.
That is all the divisions. Great stuff on the divisions. Very good. It took us, all the way to today's May 20th.
Yep.
So a lot of good stuff. This was
Now
a
we're
great
into
little
camp.
series. Yeah. So now we have interesting things to talk about from now on with football and everything else. We'll keep talking playoffs, and we'll dive in from there. But guys, with that being said, Like, follow, subscribe, keep commenting, comment on our stuff, share it. We need the help, and we do it for y'all. So thank you very much.
Peace.
See you later.